Hey everybody, welcome back, and we are ready for the final match of the season against the Tafuna Jets, and let's see what we can do here. I think I'm going to keep it balanced. I'm not going to do anything weird, and we will give a number here to PanSa Collins, who's going to make his senior league debut for us, or senior team debut. So let's see what happens. We still have 37 players here on the senior squad, despite getting rid of quite a few for not playing well, not being consistent, and having problems. So my hope is that here as the offseason approaches, that we can do a lot of scouting and start picking up some players, maybe fill in the squad a little bit more, and figure stuff out. We will finish in second place this season, which is pretty good. We're going to end up with a higher goal differential than Iloata and Tuamata, which in my opinion means that we've had a pretty successful season. In fact, if we had won the previous two matches instead of drawing and losing, we potentially would still be in the race right now, and this could be a potentially important match, but unfortunately it's not. Tiatia knocks that one out, and that's going to be the end of that. And now let's see what happens. We need to get a highlight at some point in time. Now, I've noticed that this team, if they have no chance of winning the title, this team ends up just not really trying anymore. That's what happened last season, and that's happened so far this season. Ikuvalu in goal again for what might be his last appearance in goal for us, unless we simply cannot find a better goaltender. But he's played poorly. I mean, he's really not been impressive this season. Taliaui with it and knocks it forward, looking for a through pass, and ends up just knocking it straight to defender. Again, something that we're kind of used to here. Milani with it now over to Roy Ledoux. Roy Ledoux also probably going to play in his last match for us this season. Another player who has looked okay from time to time, but yeah, I don't know. I thought that I would get ahead here by scouting a lot of the players in the American Samoa national team, which is why we made a lot of the signings that we did. But I've figured out here eventually that the American Samoa national team is not very good. Maile here with a shot and scores a goal. That's only number 7 of the season for Toa Maile, and it's not even going to be that because he's caught for offside. I'm pretty sure he was onside here. No, he's off. He's offside. He's offside. He doesn't know how to time his run. And we still need to get through and make sure that we teach him how to actually beat the offside trap, because that's not the way that you do it. Tualolele with the ball now, playing in center back, and lumps this one forward for Milani. Milani has it over to Talmoa. Talmoa all the way over there to Tiatia. I hate it when we do this. Tiatia is going to walk it up over there to Roy Ledoux and then over to Viali. Viali passes over to Maile, whose header is straight at their goaltender, and that's something that we've seen quite a bit from Maile this season. He hasn't scored as many goals in part because he hasn't played that much, in part because we had him as the deep-lying forward, but also in part because he's just been heading the ball straight at the goaltender. And Milani is going to get around to this one, saves it for Roy Ledoux, and then Maile shows us that if he uses his foot, he can actually score the goal, and it's 1-0 for PanSa East FC, and that's what we were expecting. We're expected to win this match by a considerable margin, so we need to see a lot more of that. And interesting to see how the Tafuna Jets have so many fans here. I know it's the final match of the season, but I mean, this is a team that's going to be in last place and is not going to go anywhere at all. So there you have it, 1-0 for us, and we'll see if we can keep the train moving. Ikuvalu passes over to Walter Assam. Walter Assam, one of the players who we're going to build around long term. That's lumped up forward, ends up with Milani. Milani over to Viali. Viali passes over to Maile, who, for some strange reason, takes a shot from way out there. It's not what we want to see him do. And is out for a goal kick again. This is lumped on forward. Talmoa now with it over to Tailaoli, to Talmoa. Talmoa with it. Maile with it over to Milani now as we win it back over to Roy Ledoux. Roy Ledoux back to Viali, and really should have scored that. Again, it was another one of these where I'm like, how did you miss it? It was right in front of you. Anyway, goes out for a goal kick, and we'll just leave it at that. 1-0 still for PanSa East FC, so not exactly the dominating match so far that we were hoping for. Ikuvalu fortunately catches that one. I'm waiting for him one of these times to end up missing it or hitting it behind him. Throws it over to Palipua. Palipua takes this one up slowly right side, up to Tiatia. Tiatia has it now. Tiatia passes it down to Talmoa. Talmoa lumps it all the way forward to Tailaoli. Over to Milani, then back to Talmoa. Talmoa over to Viali, and that was a much better shot from him, but unfortunately it was right at the keeper. It's up here again on the left side, and we just cannot get that one centered away, and Walter Assam just misses the ball there. Boy, he doesn't look like he's running very well. We are able to get back around onto this, though, and it's their player Caresa who has a shot that is wide of the goal, fortunately for us. That means that we have another shot to get the ball back and try to score some goals. So let's see what happens here. And it's going to be a corner now. The corner here for Roy Ledoux. And he knocks this one forward, looking for somebody there in the middle. I'm not quite sure who. Roy Ledoux ends up getting the ball back, and he was onside, apparently. Not quite sure how he was onside. Tia with it now. Tia takes it up, and it ends up with Twala Lele, who keeps control over to Taumoa. Taumoa, don't know who that pass was to, and he just gives up possession easily. So we've had this problem. We've had this problem actually pretty frequently here this season, where we give up possession for ridiculous reasons and start doing things that I tell the players not to do. Mae, their goalie, has it, knocks this forward, and that was really, really poor by our defense. Allow Caressa to get a wide open shot on goal. And I mean, if he's going to blast it like that, I don't care so much, but Palipua needs to get back onto that one. Taumoa now with the ball. And he heads this one up, knocks a cross up, looking for a header. Doesn't quite come up with it, and this is knocked back. Twala onto it, over to Vaiali. Down to Twala Lele. Twala Lele is trying to knock this forward. Back to Viali again, and that was really, really poor from our left winger, who decided to give up on that one. Roy Ledoux now with it. And Roy Ledoux centers this over to Maile, who almost scores, but that was really, really close. That might have technically gone over the line. Kind of hard to tell from the angle. And it's still 1-0 at halftime. So we're doing okay. We need to pass a little bit better, I would say. And, we'll just go straight back out there, see what happens second half. And it's Taumoa with it. Taumoa back to Palipua. Palipua will take this one up slowly, then try to lump it forward for somebody or other, and that's the end of that. So you tell the players to play direct, you tell the players to pass it. We want short passes, and then they just lump the ball forward. Viali now takes the shot, and that's deflected, and unfortunately for us, that was not a goal, but that was definitely an attempt. And so we only have the 1-0 advantage so far. The board will not be very happy with this when they see that we are not scoring as many goals as we could. Viali here with the free kick over to Palipua, ends up with Roy Ledoux, and he is fouled from behind, and they're calling that a penalty, which is ridiculous. That is ridiculous even to call that a foul. I mean, he was definitely going for the ball the whole way. Unfortunately, we're not going to see an up-close replay or anything. Walter Assam takes the penalty and scores, and it's 2-0 for PanSa East FC. And that's actually Walter Assam's first ever goal for us, so a very interesting moment for him. And we'll take another look at it, and he just blasts it past the goalkeeper. So it's 2-0 PanSa East FC, and now we're feeling a little bit better about this, and maybe we can salvage something from this season in the end. About 25 minutes left in this match, and we would be more than happy to just wait this one out from here. And it's going to be back with Tia. We'll take this up, passes over to Taumoa, over to Malani, takes it up right side. Malani is being chased over to Roy Ledoux. Passes it back to Tia. Tia will take this up and towards the center, and there's nobody there. Over to Taumoa. Taumoa passes it back to Palipua, which is what we want to see happening. He lumps this one forward, looking for Maile, and Maile ends up being called for offside. Otherwise, that looked like that was pretty close and looked like it was not such a bad idea from us. So we'll see what happens here. Viali now takes this free kick, and that is headed away. And then I'm not quite sure what happened there to our players. They're all way behind the ball. It was like everybody regrouped. Nobody knew where the ball was. Kind of an odd thing to have happen. And then instead of playing the ball like I've told them to, they are kind of running backwards. And this is not pressing. I thought we were supposed to press. This is more something else. Maybe we should take the press off on defense, because we apparently don't know how to do it. And that ends up being a goal kick. So about 20 minutes left in the match. It's possible that everybody's tired. Twala Lele has the ball, walks it up, still walking it up, passes this one over to Malani. Malani down to Ledoux. Ledoux to Viali. Viali passes it all the way up, looking for Walter Assam. That's the thing that we have to stop doing. And maybe I should change the tactics around a little bit and not tell them to just try for wing play, because it's not working so well. And Palipua, fortunately for us, is able to get in the way of that shot, and that means that they have a corner, and we have not yet given up the goal that looks like it's sure to come, and that is headed back out for another corner, so we'll do it again. They're telling me Palipua is one yellow card away from being suspended, which of course is ridiculous. Our best defender we're going to play. Ikuvalu jumps up and grabs the one out of the middle of the air, and that is the end of that. And I guess we'll take another look at this highlight really quick. It was Seleni with the cross, and That was really, really good from Palipua, who just barely got the side of his foot onto that one and deflected that one back out. Here comes a corner now, and it's going to be their Tagai. I guess I don't have to say that anymore because our Tagai is no longer with us. It's Antonio Fetuau who ends up winning that corner and scores the goal, and we need to be playing better than this. And you can see there are a bunch of players on him, and Palipua looks like he doesn't know how to defend a corner. And, yeah, this is going to be a problem. We need to be playing better than this. Tamwa with the ball now over to Milani. Milani up to Walter Assam, down to Taliaului, and it's over to Maile, who heads that one from point-blank range and only hits the top of the crossbar. I tell you, I don't know how many times I've seen Maile get a header that's right in front of the goal and then miss it. It's been pretty frustrating for his entire career. And unfortunately, that corner ends up doing a whole bunch of nothing. But, I mean, just look at this. Look at this here on the replay. So Walter Assam with it over to Tailaui. And he has a good cross up there. And Maile can't get really any closer than that. I mean, he had time, though. He could have pulled that one down instead of trying to head a shot over. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. And they take their free kick. And it ends up back with Tiatia. Tiatia over to Roy Ledoux. Roy Ledoux passes up to Milani. Milani back to Roy Ledoux, and now we have something going on. Roy Ledoux here on the right side walks it up and looking to cross. Crosses it the second time, and it's Viali with the shot, and that is knocked away and out for a corner. So, doing all right, and we don't need to see a highlight of that. There wasn't really much. And here comes the corner. Again, Roy Ledoux is going to take it, and he knocks this one forward. And it's Walter Assam, whose header just barely misses. That would have been goal number 2. And Walter Assam here with the throw. So we've had a bunch of headers that have just gone off the frame of the goal. Tiati over to Ledoux. Ledoux does that thing where he just sort of stops for a second, and then he passes it, and there was Viali there who should have scored. That was taken away at the last moment by an excellent effort by their defense. So we're doing well. We're doing well in terms of creating chances. It's just a whole bunch of bad luck. And that almost trickled in, but unfortunately for us, they had their players playing far back enough to get that one off the line. And just a little bit of bad luck is all I can say about it. Walter Assam with it and lumps this one forward looking for Maile. Ends up with Milani. Milani passes over to Viali, over to Roy Ledoux, who just takes a shot, but of course he's got nothing on it. We have seen a lot of that this season, haven't we? Roy Ledoux, who looks like he doesn't know how to shoot. Viali with it over to Ledoux again. He finds Milani. Here you go. Milani scores. He's not going to miss that. That's his second score of the season, and that makes it 3-1 again for PanSa East FC, and that's more like it. That probably will be the end of this match, and yeah, that was a little bit more like what the doctor ordered here. Roy Ledoux with the good pass from Milani, and he just runs past the defense and then shoots this one. Not much of a chance for the keeper to do much about that, and that makes it 3-1. We got just a couple more minutes left here in this match, and it's going to be Roy Ledoux who ends up probably getting the Man of the Match award. Good performances for the most part, although some guys like Tualalele have disappointed a bit. Tiatia throws this over to Milani. Milani's fouled, and he's going to get a free kick here, and this is probably going to be the final kick of the match. We don't even get to see it. That is it. It is over. The season is over. We win this one 3-1, 3.23 XG to their 0.72. 60% of the possession again. I mean, don't think it's the tactic that's the problem. I think it's the personnel. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.